Hello, good morning. Welcome to day 80 from Wilson Creek Shelter. So, plan today is to get to Cove Mountain Shelter, which is almost 14 miles from here. So that's right in the sweet spot of the rhythm that I want to get back into. And I'm just gonna head off now. um, it's just after 8. Actually, I should say it's closer to 8:30 now. But I want to get started as early as I could, and that's about as early as I could. So whatever. Definitely earlier than yesterday, which I got started at the hotel checkout time, which was 11 a.m. Anyway, the goal for getting started early, is not to do so many miles, but actually to be able to get miles in while it's still reasonably cool. And there's a nice breeze now. Yeah, yesterday was not the hottest of days, but it took a long time to cool down at night. And I didn't have a blanket or anything on. But eventually, I think it got cool enough where I put my quilt over me. But today it's supposed to get hotter, 86 degrees, and also my old friend, the afternoon thunderstorms are back today. So the forecast is for like 3 p.m. thunderstorms and evening thunderstorms. But and then they say it's like a chance, but I'm taking that to mean 100% chance, and also probably gonna arrive earlier than the forecast. And just need to be prepared, basically. But yeah, all that being said, if I can get them 14 miles in before that, that would be wonderful, and get my tent set up. But we'll see, we'll see. I might not get so lucky. But I think that timing could actually work. So it depends on if I straggle today. Let me switch this around. And I'm feeling pretty good though. I had a lot of food I ate through last night, and also this morning I had a lot of food. I'm trying to eat through my food because my food bag's so heavy. I think I definitely overpacked. Um, but it's starting to get lighter now, so I'm happy. But yeah, I think that actually has a big difference on my mood and my speed. Because I remember I did like a nice long day, really fast pace, when they gave me an extra serving of pancakes at a hostel, and I was just going. So I think that I need to like double down on the breakfast, I think. Today I had like an oatmeal bar with added protein, which is all the trend these days, but actually I do need, it's actually really important for me. And then I had like another bar. I didn't want to use up the time or water to cook, to warm up oatmeal and do overnight oats, and then do coffee too, because that uses some water. Water situation continues to be not great, but not the worst. I hauled up my water to that shelter because it sounds like it was a pain to go down to the water source from that shelter. So, and you're already going up the mountain, so you might as well haul up. Yeah, and just once, right? So I loaded stuff in my water bladder, my Canuck, it's called. Brought that up. But this morning, I have just barely 2 liters left now. I just drank a liter with electrolytes in it, get me prepared for the hot day. And I got 2 more liters. And there's a water source coming up here. But after this one, it's gonna be something like 10 miles or so until there's water again. And that just seems to be the permanent state of this trail. There's no seasonal water, permanent water in that stretch. So it's not like it has been before, where it's like, oh yeah, there's a seasonal stream here, and then, oh yeah, it's dried up, of course, because they were in a drought. It's like, no, there's no seasonal stream, no streams at all, or springs or whatever. So it's okay. It's just a logistics thing. So coming up here, I'll definitely drink up right away, get my fill, and then probably haul out 3 or 4 liters. So fill up my water bladder again and carry that. That'll make my pack even heavier, but I might actually need that for that stretch today. And the water source about 10 miles after that is not even a great water source. It's right by a road, and roads are not great for water sources, because all the cars that drive across the road leak a bunch of oils, and there's a bunch of what's called runoff, and it goes right into those little streams. That's not a good source, but I might have to make do with it. So, and that would be kind of my water for the entire day if I decide to actually stop at Cove Mountain Shelter, which is my goal. So might just have to do that. Anyway, so my water filter doesn't filter out everything is the reason for that. It doesn't filter out viruses like norovirus. I think it filters out larger things, debris, some stuff like that would cause giardia, stuff like that. But it doesn't filter for chemicals, unfortunately. So that's a lot, and that's a lot of the content of the road runoff. Anyway, how'd I get on this tangent here? But yeah, water continues to be a little bit of a logistical challenge. Anyway, I'm feeling reasonably good though. I think everything else is good. I got a earlier than usual start, which is early for me. And yeah, let's see if we can make some progress before these storms. I wanted to show you this right through the trees here. You can barely see there's a road right along here. That's the Blue Ridge Parkway. And there's a view, but it's obstructed a bit. But I think I'll be following this for a ways. I believe that's true of when I go through Shenandoah. So I'm gonna look forward to that. Also heard good things about Shenandoah being pretty easy, and also having lots of food, little food shacks, or I forget what they call them. Apparently you can get like a blueberry float. No, float's not the right word. Blueberry, yeah, I think ice cream float. But milkshake is the word I was looking for, which is essentially the same thing. A blueberry milkshake sounds pretty good. This a bit. Yeah, here's the Blue Ridge again, just through the trees here on the left here. Yeah, I want to say a little bit about critters. Most of the day I'm walking along, I don't really, well, most of the things I see, to be honest, are squirrels and chipmunks. Usually chipmunks are really offended, and they'll make like a squeaking sound, and they'll hide under their log or whatever it is. Squirrels will just kind of rustle the leaves and squirm about and get kind of freaked out, and then do crazy things like jump up onto trees. They're like acrobats. Squirrels are kind of crazy. Anyway, other critters I see, sometimes I've been seeing turtles, sometimes snakes. Snakes like to hide out and see where the sun is here. Now, if there was a snake around here, he'd be right there. He wouldn't be in the shade. I've been seeing little snakes actually. I haven't really seen any big snakes. I remember seeing a lot of big snakes last time. I don't know what's up with that. I remember seeing pretty big, like black racers and things like that. But the ones I've been seeing are pretty tame, like little guys that you'd find out in your garden or something. And then deer, of course. I ran into a tame deer again this morning, and I was talking to him. I talk to him because I feel like if I talk calmly, it makes him calm and it makes him realize I'm not angry or not a crazy bear or something. Obviously, I'm not a bear talking. So hopefully they're intelligent enough. I think they are. I think they're just used to seeing hikers around this stretch. So they end up being surprisingly tame. Once I kind of pause and talk to them and tell them like, hey man, I'm gonna go past. I think it's just the tone of my voice. It's just cool. And then I sometimes talk like cheerfully, like, hey man, like high pitched voice. And they kind of wag their tail and they go back to eating. It shows that they're comfortable. But yeah, I think there was a deer last night at the campsite, by the way, or at the shelter, I should say. I pitched a tent in the back of the shelter, and then pretty much in back of that was just the privy, which is the outhouse, and then behind that was just the woods and leaves and things. But you could hear some sort of critter. So it wasn't a squirrel. You can tell squirrels are kind of lightweight. You could tell this was a heavier thing. So it's either a deer or a bear. But judging by the amount of deer I've seen around here, I would say it's a deer. And I haven't really seen reports of bear issues. I haven't seen bear scat for quite a while, actually. They're probably out here, I'm sure. The thing I'm most concerned about now recently is norovirus. So I'm a bit below the big bubble of hikers up north. People kind of congregated around Damascus for trail days. And then that was, I think, the natural bubble point there. And people just went up from there. So people north of me are basically those folks. And when you get all these hikers together, sharing spaces, touching surfaces, picnic tables, shelters, privies, there's a good chance for infectious diseases. And noro is the famous one. It's basically like a stomach bug. It makes you have diarrhea and vomit and all these things. Anyway, apparently you get the chills too, and it lasts for a few days apparently. So it's kind of a bummer if you're out on the trail. But anyway, I think I'm south of it, but the farther north I go, the closer I'm getting to areas that have been, all the areas I've been going through have already been affected and they got the signs up, but I'm getting a little closer, I feel like. And noro doesn't last forever on surfaces, but it does last, days at least. I'm not exactly sure. So that's my biggest fear at the moment. And also ticks. I know it's getting more. Yeah, apparently yesterday was the solstice, so that was the longest day of the year. But ticks are loving that. Ticks are loving the summer. It's getting warm. I saw a tick sitting on a rock the other day, and I took a picture of it. It wasn't that great of a picture, so I'm not going to post it. But it was apparently a dog tick, so says my iPhone. But I don't think dog ticks are the ticks that I need to be worried about. I think the deer ticks are the ones that carry, that Lyme disease, yeah. And then there's another type of tick that carries something, gives you like alpha-gal syndrome, which makes you allergic to red meat, which would be a bummer. I was talking to there's a trail magic guy who had that, said he had it for something like over 10 years. But then he tried meat again, and it's sort of like if you're allergic to dairy, every once in a while you're just like, whatever, I'll have a reaction, but it's worth it. I'll have that ice cream. I think he did the same with meat. And then he discovered, apparently I'm cured now. But anyway, I don't know what kind of tick carries that. I don't want that either. I don't want anything. Maybe it's the Lone Star tick. I know that causes meat allergy. Maybe that's the one, huh? I don't know. But I think the dog tick is probably not the one I need to worry about. But anyway, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to deal with any ticks, really. I got all my clothes treated with permethrin. through an insect shield, so it lasts 70 washes, or the lifespan of the garment, they essentially say. So you could also get permethrin to spray on, which actually I should probably do. I should put that on my to-do for Harper's Ferry. Because the farther north I'm going, I'm just hearing that the ticks are crazy this year. They're out in force. But yeah, I can imagine. Well, Virginia is already full of ticks, but I think Pennsylvania and whatnot, it's just gonna get worse. So I need to spray my shoes. I got new shoes. I'd like to spray on there and then possibly spray my pack, maybe my tent. Anyway, I'll figure that out. Anyway. Oh, am I fogging up? No, not really. Okay, good. Anyway, I looked at the forecast. It looks like, yeah, thunderstorms might be coming as early as 1 p.m. So I might not make it to the shelter. I still got about 10 miles to go. It's been a surprising amount of uphill today. I didn't think it looked that bad from the preview on Far Out, but it's been a lot of uphill. Anyway, try to make as much progress as I can. There's another deer up here. My kid might run away, or she might run away. I don't know if you can see it on there. It's okay. Oh, there she goes. Oh, running right down the trail. She doesn't know that I'm using the trail too. Right. Oh, she went down there. Okay. I think this is the Parkway again, I'm pretty sure, because I crossed over it. And now it's on my right side here. But yeah, so far no thunderstorms, but I see some clouds in the sky. They don't look ominous yet. But I'm not taking chances. I'm prepared for whatever. Really just been crisscrossing the road here, going from viewpoint to viewpoint. Not that I mind. This is like the most views per mile so far in Virginia. I gotta be careful to cross here. I don't hear anything. Alright, let's go. So has its Mills Gap. Wow. James River view, 1,500 feet below. Look at this guy. He's right outside my tent. He's eating, making noise. What's this guy doing? A girl. What's this girl doing? What's this girl doing? I see it. Alright, back to eating.